Hello everyone. This is the part 2 to the watching all the films I watch in film studies class. So, the part that I was mentioning in the introduction in the first part of the video, the part that I mentioned in that video will be in this video. So, I will put the timestamp right there, just so you know, there's a heads up. It's just a lot of, well, it's not a lot of, but the content of the movie and then what I am talking about is kind of disturbing and then just not very easy to hear content. It's kind of dark, very dark, to say the least. But this video should be pretty short. So, okay, I hope you will enjoy the video and just watch out for that part if you don't want to know about it or if you don't want to hear about it. Just skip over it. Okay? All right. Let's get into the video then. I reviewed this movie for the director's style because Roman Polanski, he has a very unique directing style. Oh yeah, what I was saying in that other clip. So Minnie and Roman are Rosemary's and Guy's mad obsessive, weird neighbors. And you know what's really, I had no idea when I was doing research for this. So the person who played Minnie in this movie, the actress's name is Ruth Gordon, and she won Best Actress in a Supporting Role for this movie. Huh? Dude, if anything, I thought Mia Farrow should win an Academy Award for this. Let's see, what else do I need to talk about before I talk about this one part? Okay, yeah, summarization. So basically, Rosemary, she pregnant. She about to get a baby. She about to have birth. She about to give birth to a baby. And when she's giving birth, it turns out there's a whole bunch of weird events happening at the same time. And she's like, what's going on? And you know what? Turns out it's evil. There's something evil happening inside of her. Because, you know what? There's a part in the movie where, let me talk normally. She has this vision, right? And Satan rapes her while she's totally unconscious. There's whole satanic ritual that goes on, which I'm like, that's kind of dark for a movie that came out in 1968. Like, ugh. Yeah. Anyway, so from this dream that she has, this moment made me scream when I watched it. I was like, was standing in disbelief. Like, what? This scene, okay. So basically, after this whole ritual, after this whole dream that she has, she wakes up in her bed, and the camera is she's on her backside with the blanket still over her, and the camera zooms in on her, and as she's waking up from sleep, we see these red scratches on the back of her back. Goodbye. So then her husband is also getting ready. He's getting ready to go to work because he's a struggling actor. We have a common theme here. Yeah, so she is like, what happened last night? Huh? Because she was thinking that she was getting her sexy time on, and this man had the audacity to say to her, bruh, oh my god. Okay, let me just say it. So she's talking to Guy, right? And she's like, what happened last night? I don't feel, of course, she does not feel good at all, whatsoever. And so she was like, honey, what happened last night? And he was like, they were talking, like in the first couple scenes, they were like, we need to have a baby together because they're newly married. And she was like, oh, and he was like, well, we're having a baby, right? And she was like, yeah, do you remember last night? I didn't feel too good. Basically, Minnie and Roman made a special dessert for Rosemary, and it turned out they put something in it which made her not feel good, and it knocked her out. So basically, she was like, what happened last night? Huh? Did something happen? And she was like, was I okay when last night? This man said, you know what? You're knocked out, but it was like kind of hot, or it felt good or something. Something along those lines, but I'm like, you were literally having sexual intercourse with your wife while she was unconscious, and you said it was hot. He said it was like, that's just rape. And I don't know why she didn't just divorce him right then and there. She really should have. Cause girl, I mean, guys, who says that? Who says to their partner they're gonna have intercourse with you while you're knocked out, while you're unconscious? That just does not make any sense. Leave the earth. Goodbye. No. I was like, he did not just say that to her. There's no way he said that. I did not hear that. I am disgusted. I'm disgusted. No, sir. Goodbye. Basically, at the end of the movie, it turns out, oh, she has Satan's baby. And all these people that she ever has come into contact with were a part of the satanic ritual, and they impregnated her with the devil's baby. And she walked in on their satanic cult meeting, and she was like, "Where's my baby?" Because after she had given birth, they were like, "We're not gonna show you our. We're not even gonna show you your baby." Like, huh? That is a cult. Goodbye. Yeah, that movie is wild. It's wild, to say the least. I hate that movie. Do I hate it? It's just like the stuff that goes on in that movie. Goodbye. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that was Rosemary's Baby. And the next movie I kind of watched, which is half of it, Sweeney Todd and the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Is that what it is? Yeah. Because I was procrastinating on this day, I only watched the movie halfway through, and I didn't even finish it because it expired on Netflix the day after. So I did not watch Sweeney Todd all the way through, but I did watch the first part of it. So I watched Sweeney Todd on, let's see, adaptations, because Sweeney Todd is originally a play being adapted into a film. And film acting and theater acting are two totally different skills for an actor to have. To be acting on stage and then to be acting on film, on a set with a bunch of different actors. With theater, you can't mess up. You have to stay in character. With film acting, you can mess up. It's okay, because they can cut it, and then you can just say your lines again. So the main characters in this movie are Sweeney Todd, portrayed by Johnny Depp, and Mrs. Lovett, portrayed by Helena Bonham Carter, and Judge Turnip, or Turpin, by Alan Rickman. It's the judge for me. This man was up in this boy, like, so basically, I believe so Sweeney Todd came to London with this other boy who was, I guess, attractive to this princess, to the judge's daughter. And she up in her little house, and this boy is up. He's looking into her window, singing to her. And you know what? The judge is like, "Not so fast, sir." And he's like, if I catch you on my grounds again, you finna get beat up. Even worse, I'm finna kill you. And he got beat up too. I'm like, dang, are you really that pressed about it? Like, why can't you just let your daughter be happy? I don't know. He wasn't trying. He wasn't doing anything inappropriate. He was just singing. I did not watch the movie all the way through. I'm sorry. I will one of these days, but for the sake of doing the assignment, I did not. Yeah, so that was Sweeney Todd. I don't have too much to say about that. But the next movie I watched was, Sweeney Todd came out in 2007. Yes. The next movie I watched was Silver Linings Playbook. This movie came out in 2012. I reviewed this movie on the basis of acting. That's the whole topic that I was reviewing for this movie. So with this class, I could pick any movie I would like to watch to study the acting. So I decided to pick the favorite actress of mine, Jennifer Lawrence. I like her a lot. So I've seen this Silver Linings Playbook. I think Silver Linings Playbook was the first rated R movie I've ever seen. Or was it Deadpool? I don't remember. I watched Deadpool in this room right here for the first time. You know what? I'm not gonna talk about Deadpool. Goodbye. Silver Linings Playbook. I reviewed it on acting because she won the Academy Award for it in 2013. You know, like once you become a student in like film studies, or once you become like taking acting classes, I've been taking acting classes since 2016. So it's giving me like a whole perspective on people who act and what they have to do to prepare for their character and for their role. So basically the main characters in this movie are Pat Salatano, which is Bradley Cooper, Tiffany, Jennifer Lawrence, Danny, who is Chris Tucker, and Nikki, who is Pat's wife. I won't spend too much about the story because if you have not seen it, just go watch it. Yeah, the acting, she did that. That was Silver Linings Playbook, and the next movie I watched was The Fifth Element. This movie came out in 1997. I watched this movie on genre films because this movie fits into the science fiction category. Now, The Fifth Element is kind of like a staple in pop culture, or especially in science fiction movies. It's one of the best science fiction movies to have been ever made. Let me talk about this movie real quick because there's one more I need to talk about and then I'm done. So, The Fifth Element. So the main characters in this movie are Corbin Dallas, who is portrayed by Bruce Willis, and then the Lilu character, which is portrayed by Mila Jovovich. So basically, Lilu, she is created entirely new person. She is created by a machine. Like sexual reproduction, human reproduction, we don't know her. We have machines now. We don't need reproducing. We don't need humans reproducing. We can just have machines do it. Yeah. I believe this movie takes place in 2147 or 2247. I think it's 2247 in the 22nd century. But yeah, this movie takes place in 2247, which I think is correct. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's talk about this. The incredibly awarded, very talented, perfect actor, Gary Oldman, is Zorg. Which, who made this character design? Who made it? I want to talk to them. That is disrespect on Gary Oldman. I'm so sorry, Gary. Ooh, girl. Gary. Girl, boy, we need to talk to your stylist. Because they was not doing it. Yeah, so basically, the premise... Well, yeah, I basically reviewed this film on the base of it being a science fiction film. So I reviewed different films in this genre and how it compares to The Fifth Element. There are 5 elements. So there's water, earth, fire, water, and then Lilu. She's the 5th element. She's the key to saving the world. The movie is stupid. It's really stupid. I can't. Like, it's good for I suppose it's a well done movie for the special effects, and despite it coming out in 1997, I'd say it's an okay movie. I don't know. I'm sure back then it's just like, whoa, all these new visuals and all these new special effects that people have not seen before. That was The Fifth Element. So the last movie I watched for this class was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This movie came out in 2000. This was directed by Ong Lee, who directed Life of Pi. And I think that's the movie that I can most recognize him for. I think that's one of his most recognized films, but he's definitely directed a whole lot more. But yeah. So the main characters in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon are Shu Lin, Jen, Jade Fox, and Lee Mubai, and Dark Cloud. So I reviewed this movie for, visual design, cinematography, and special effects. So the cinematography in this movie is really, it's something that I have not seen before, which all these movies are very, very unique, all on their own. Like, they're all very unique. There's some elements or aspects of each film can remind me of other films that I watched within this class, but this movie was quite interesting. This movie is all in Mandarin. It's not in English, so I watched it just for the subtitles. So I had to pay extremely close attention to what they were saying in the film. Shu Lin, she is a guardian, I think. And Li Mubai is like this master who doesn't partake in fighting or martial arts anymore. He's retired, basically. And he has this green jade dragon sword, or I don't know. There's some special sword, which some of those words are the name of the sword. Mulan could never. Let me not do that. Sorry. Anyway, so basically, Li Mubai, he has taken his special masterful sword, and Shulin, I don't know, her and then Li Mubai, they go to this temple, and then Shulin meets this young princess. Her name is Jin. And little does Shulin know, Jen is trifling. She rebellious. She don't listen to nobody. She's like, I'm a princess, but like also giving me darkness, giving me toughness, giving me teen angst vibes. She don't listen to nobody. And also, Shulin and Li Mubai are on the hunt for this villain. Her name is Jade Fox. And little does everybody know, Jade Fox is Jen's assistant. But Li Mubai and Shulin do not know about this, and Jade Fox is secretly training Jen. It gets messy from there. There is a weird, intimate, sensual scene that I watched with both parents of mine, and I really went while watching that. I did not watch that. I can't watch those scenes with your parents. Like, huh? No. I told them I was watching this movie for the class. I'm like, oh, we have not seen this movie in a long time. Let's watch it with you. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to expect, so don't get mad at me. I really like the movie. The martial arts in it is very exaggerative. Overall, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is an excellent film. The action in it is really good. Acting is really good. Let me say something other than really good. Oh, you can tell the actors worked really hard on their martial arts, their skills, and their acting. Very, very strong. Very strong characters, I'd say. Yeah, so that was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Yeah, those are pretty much all the films that I watched in this class. I should probably watch I should probably watch Sweeney Todd pretty soon. And then also, should I watch, I don't know. I feel like they're considered like trash movies. I don't really know if I like, I don't really like comedies that much. I don't really know. Some of them are fine, I suppose. Does anybody think Mean Girls or White Chicks is a worthwhile movie to watch? Because I don't know anything about those movies. Yeah. I just know that... Was that ugly when I said that? Had the Mean Girls references and Thank You Next. So I don't know what any of that means, but I think there was a reference to that movie in her video. Ariana Grande. Yeah. Okay, so that officially concludes the films I watched in film studies class. So if any of those movies sounded like, if you've never seen any of those movies that I talked about, would I suggest to watch every single one? Probably not Rosemary's Babies, because that will test your humanity. My goodness. Okay, that's long enough. Thank you so much for watching, and all the links are in the description. I'll probably include a little bit more as I'm editing this. But yeah, social media is linked down below, as well as petitions, links, websites to inform yourself on, all in the description. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.